Hello, this is Jeff the Garage Guy again. Um, I just wanted to show you some different ideas for this home and garden show cabinet opportunity we have here. I'll tell you a little bit about the cabinets. They are, or that they were in the home and garden show 2 years ago. I had every intention in using them this year again, but it turned out that our cabinet space needed to be relocated, and so essentially these got set aside for a new design booth to fit our new space. Um, about 3 months ago or more, a neighbor of ours decided that she wanted these cabinets. Um, she just wasn't quite ready yet, and then, after a while, I started asking a little more aggressively because I need to make space in the shop, and she kind of backed out of it, decided that she didn't want to do it after all. Wonderful, right? So here we are. I still have these cabinets. Busy time of the season's coming up, and I'd like to find them a home. Um, the cabinets themselves are the driftwood color. If you look at the brochure we left with you, it's a driftwood cabinet. The edge banding on the edge of the doors are platinum. So I created kind of a driftwood with a dark gray edge, and I wanted to complement those gray edges on the doors with these dark gray top caps on here, top and bottom cap here, and the countertop down here. So that was the design. It came out pretty nice. We got a lot of business from showing this off, so it must have looked pretty good. During the takedown of the show, there was a little bit of damage to one of the sides of one of the cabinets. I have a really easy repair for that, but you will be able to tell it's basically going to be kind of like a well done patch. So if you open up one of the cabinets, one of these sides, inside there you're going to see a little repair line. It won't affect the structure of your cabinet. I still stand behind these cabinets with our my pretty much unlimited warranty. I like to take care of people. The other thing about these cabinets, the drawers, they're just standard drawers. They don't have the built-in dividers, so keep that in mind as well. As we apply these into your garage, unless you change your mind and decided to do a tile system, I would want to throw these bases in the garbage. Put your cabinets 6 inches up off the floor, so when you're cleaning your floor, you don't have to worry about trying not to spray the base and all that. So let's look at the first plan. Here's the first thing I came up with. Obviously, I started with a 4-foot space in the center for your golf cart. I'll be able to take this countertop, cut it into pieces. Basically, I'll have to re-edge band 2 sides. Not a big deal, and split it into 2 tops. As you can see, we still have our top cap here and here, and on top of these 2 cabinets intact. Originally I drew this and I kind of had this weird blank white spot in the middle, and these cabinets were just kind of floating here. So I kind of grounded the whole thing together, created one system out of it by adding store wall to connect these cabinets to this cabinet, just to make it look like a system instead of a hodgepodge of cabinets. It's amazing how much of a difference that made. So I took the drawer box and I tossed that out. I actually used the drawers, so it doesn't matter too much to me whether or not I sell the drawer box itself. I do have more drawers in inventory if we need to use it for some of these other plans I came up with. So that's that, and let's take a look at another idea. Here I moved the cabinets over, so now we have the cabinets not floating in the middle, but I still wanted to use the store wall to bring the whole thing together. It looks pretty neat. One thing that I was looking at, I do know in the back of my head that you kind of would like to have some protection for your, so you don't have tire marks from your golf cart on the wall constantly. So I came up with another version of this where I just filled in the whole area with store wall. So now you have the usable store wall space over the bench where you might find it handy, across here, which you really might find handy as well. The only spot where you probably wouldn't actually hang anything would be, here where the golf cart's going to bump the wall, but it gives you that protection and it'll give it a nice clean look. it's just another extension of me trying to create this as one system while splitting it in half. Another thing I need to mention. I made a mistake, and I got pretty far into it before I realized it, and I didn't want to redo all these plans. This cabinet here, right next to the bench, is 30 inches wide. In my memory, I was thinking that these outside two cabinets were 36 inches wide. I then realized that they are only 30 inches wide. So all four of these cabinets are 30 inches wide. So you'll notice in the different plans that it appears that there's a slightly wider cabinet on the outside. That's not the case in reality. So there would be about 6 more inches between the corner and these cabinets on both sides. So just keep that in mind. So it's a pretty neat idea. It didn't take advantage of the drawers, once again. So I kind of wanted to take advantage of those drawers and maybe keep the countertop intact. So here's the next plan I come up with. This just takes away, it just basically gives you a cabinet system in the center, a cubby hole for your golf cart. And I just took the bench cabinets and I moved them to the center of this wall. With this plan, I'd have to make a new countertop because it now needs to be a little bit longer so you have an overhang on both sides. Not a big deal. But, you'll see that it kind of be reflected in the price there. Plus, I have to supply the new drawers for the drawer boxes. So that's the plans I've come up with for your garage. The garage that I'm calling Garage 1. And then I got to thinking, wait a minute, what about Garage 2? I know you have cabinets back there, but I also know that they're, they don't perform very well if you actually want to get large amounts of stuff put away. They're kitchen cabinets. These cabinets are going to be able to hold a lot more. So I started applying these to the other garage and realized that it fits absolutely perfectly as is. This is the cabinet system as shown in the picture. The store wall that was, at the show, that doesn't exist anymore. They got recycled into some other product for the next show, I believe. But, if you wanted to consider just taking those cabinets and getting rid of them, and then you'd have these cabinets, and you'd probably be able to put a lot more stuff in the existing space where you already have cabinets. So that's another idea. I'd like to talk to you about how we would handle payment on a job like this, and if you call me about that. And I also I'm going to be attaching a document to the same email as this video with these pictures along with pricing. So check it out and let me know what you think. Thanks.